Hey guys, and welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. So in today's video, I have some new products to try out and I'm going to be doing a foundation wear test review, everything on the new Too Faced Peaches and Cream Peach Perfect foundation and also the primer. I remember when Too Faced actually announced that they were bringing these out and I was like, so before we get into the review and also me explaining what I'm going to be doing today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the foundation and the primer. Okay, so the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation claims to be a comfort matte foundation infused with peach and sweet fig cream. It claims to be oil-free. It has 14-hour wear. Who wears their foundation for 14 hours? I can only just get by with maybe 6 or 7. It apparently has oil control. Well, I mean, if it's oil-free, wouldn't it already have oil control? And it also says it is photo-friendly. So I'm assuming that it has no flashback. And if that is true... Anyway, so I have mine in the shade light beige. The only way I knew my foundation shade was because I already own the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Now, just from having a look on Mecca, I noticed that all the shades that the Too Faced Born This Way foundation have are also with the Peach Perfect. Not all of them, but I noticed majority of the shades from this one are also on this one. So that kind of makes it a whole lot easier to find your shade if you own this foundation. You've actually got to be kidding. Why is it every time I film? Yogi! Every time I film, my dog barks. And then, so moving on to the primer really quickly, the primer is also a cooling matte. Did this one say cooling matte? No, this one says comfort matte, and this is a cooling matte. Comfort and cooling. I like the sound of that. And then this is also Skin Perfecting Primer infused with peach and sweet fig cream, the same as the foundation. This doesn't have a lot of information, but I did read on Mecca that it basically smooths over your skin and blurs your pores and everything like that. So I'm really hoping that's what it does, because I love primers that smooth over your skin and just kind of give you that airbrushed effect. That's why I always use the Urban Decay self-adjusting primer, because it does exactly that. Okay, so getting into the actual video and what I'm going to be doing today. So I went on my Instagram and I asked you guys, do you want me to compare these two foundations up against each other or just this foundation? Majority of people have voted for both of these foundations up against each other. Now, I know for a fine fact that this foundation by Too Faced is a big favorite from a lot of people. Not by everyone, but a lot of people. And personally myself, I adore this foundation. I always find myself constantly going back to this foundation. It's the one that I wear most on my nights out, if I'm going somewhere, or if I need foundation to last, this is what I go for. So if this is anything like it, or if it's better, or if it's worse, I want to find out, and I want to know how it compares to the Born This Way. Okay, so I am going to prime both sides of my face. Usually I would only prime one side of my face, but I'm using two foundations, so I need them to last. So both of these products do come with a pump, which I am living for. So the amount that you get with the primer is 40 mils. So it's 10 mils over a regular foundation size. Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay, so the primer is pink. My God, it's really thick. Like it. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Oh. So yeah, it doesn't turn your skin pink. I'm just gonna blend the rest in with a brush. But I can definitely see a little difference. There actually is a bit of a difference with the primer. Now that it's on, it's sticky, but it's not bad. So I feel like the foundation would stick to it quite well. Definite difference on either side of my face. I look a lot more even. You can see like my dark under eye circles are a lot more prominent on this side compared to that side. It is much more even, and I guess my skin tone and redness and everything and like dark circles are more chilled out on this side. Like, does that make sense? I actually really like that primer. It says cooling matte. Definitely matte, and also really, really cooling. I can feel like a really cold sensation on my skin. Okay, so I'm just gonna prime the other half of my face because I also would really like, oh God, I would really like to know what's wrong with the pump. Whoa, okay. Just had a bit of a moment because I would really like to know how this primer goes with another foundation. Okay, so let's get into the Peach Perfect foundation first. So like I said, I have mine in the shade Light Beige, and you get 48 mils. So the Too Faced Born This Way is only 30 mils. So you're getting a lot more, which is really, really good. The pump is really easy to use. It's very controlled. It is a little bit runny. Oh my gosh, that smells, oh, incredible. That smells amazing. Okay, so far, it's extremely easy to blend, like super, super easy. I'm not having any troubles. Okay, so this is what one pump. This is super, super good so far. It has covered up quite a lot. I did go over my eyes. Usually I don't with a foundation, but I just wanted to see how good it works. I feel like it's covered up a lot of my redness and obviously a few of my pimples that I had on the side. I'm gonna do about another half pump and I'm gonna see how well we can build it up. So I'm gonna put a little bit there. Okay, why is the pump all funny? I feel nothing on my skin. I know I say that about a lot of foundations, which is actually a really good thing. So I am super, super impressed. The match is honestly, in my opinion, pretty damn perfect. I feel like it might be a little bit off compared to this one because I know this one's like near perfect match. So far it blends really well. It hasn't oxidized, although I've had it on for like 5 seconds. So it says it's a matte foundation. I would definitely agree that it's a matte foundation. The way it's covered up my under eye circles, I am living for. I feel like I don't even need concealer right now. So I'm really, really happy so far. So now we're gonna put on the Born This Way foundation. Ooh. Are you guys noticing? I feel like this color here is much more orange. So I have one pump of the Born This Way foundation on. One pump is something I always do. I never really need any more than that. So I'm gonna stay true to what I always do and just leave it as one pump. I'm gonna have a closer look and we're gonna see how they compare. I do feel like a tiny bit with the Born This Way foundation. It is a bit more yellow toned, whereas this side is, I guess I could say, more peach toned. There's not any like bad differences at all. Quite similar. Feeling the stickiness on either side of my face. The Born This Way foundation is slightly more sticky, and also the Born This Way foundation does transfer more than the peach foundation. Okay, so I've just noticed around my nose on the peach side, it's kind of like dried and it looks a little bit cakey around there and it's a tiny bit hard to blend out. It might just be because I have a dry patch. Really used a lot of moisturizer this morning. I've only used like the tiniest amount. But yeah, honestly, so far I feel like there is not any major differences. The colors for both are quite a good match. Okay, so comparing the two so far, both are extremely lightweight. Both colors are not that different. I think it's just the undertones. I do remember them having a couple of troubles when the Born This Way foundation first came out. A lot of people were saying that the undertones are all way too yellow and orange and type of stuff, you know. But up against each other, once again, like I said, extremely lightweight. This one does transfer the tiniest bit. This one really like not so much. There was hardly anything on my fingers. So I would say that both of these foundations are actually good so far. Obviously this one, like I know how this one works, but this one so far is really good. Still no oxidizing, and it's been close to 15 minutes of me having it on. Really enjoying it so far. I'm gonna pop on my concealer and my powder. I'm gonna fast forward that bit so you guys can still see it, and then I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and come back. I will not be able to wear this for a full day. I will need to take it off around the 3 o'clock mark because I have work this afternoon and I hate wearing makeup to work. I get sweaty and I get all yucky and I don't want to do it. Okay, so I have finished doing the rest of my makeup, just really simple today because I could not be bothered going all out. So what I used was just the Too Faced Born This Way ethereal powder. Yes, because I wanted to set it with just a setting powder that had no color to it. I am gonna do a flashback test. Now I know sometimes this can cause flashback. I realized that after I put it on, but it's fine. So I'm gonna do a flashback test and I'll post it now. So far, I have not noticed any oxidizing, nothing like that. Both sides are still looking really good. I noticed that my highlight has gone on a whole lot smoother and my pores are like non-existent right now. I won't be using a setting spray today because I want to see how it goes without a setting spray. I've got a primer on there, so we're going to see if that is enough. But I'm going to probably check in maybe once or twice today, and then I will come back and we'll see how it's going. Hey guys, so I am back for my check-in, and this is the only check-in that I am going to be doing today because I have to go off to work very soon. So it is just after 3 o'clock. So I've had this on for just over 6 hours. So I put it on around, I think just after 9, something like that. I can't even remember. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. So one thing I have to add is that the Peach Perfect foundation has oxidized. I feel like it is definitely has a peach undertone. 110% it has a peach undertone. I would need to bring it right down my neck for this to match. It kind of looks like it has a bit of an awkward line. At the same time, that could just be the lighting in here. The other side of my face is fine. I feel like I would just need to drag it down my neck, maybe consider getting a lighter shade, which I think I might do purely for the fact that I have like no creasing. I usually get horrible creasing in between my eyebrows, down my smile lines, on my forehead, underneath my eyes, everywhere. I have none. That's actually really good. That's one thing I seriously love about it. I've got no creasing up here. There's none down on my smile lines and on like none underneath my eyes. It has not melted in here, like where my nose is. I know I said when I was starting, it looked like it was starting to cake up, but it has not changed. There's no patchiness or fading going on. Like I say, in every single one of my videos, I always fade around here. There's no fading. Nothing at all. In my opinion, if you are, say, for example, my shade, so light beige, in the Born This Way foundation, maybe consider getting the shade down from light beige in this foundation. On my cheeks is very matte still. I don't even need to set that. My chin is perfect. My top lip is fine, so is my nose. My forehead is honestly that tiniest bit oily. And then with the other side, the Too Faced Born This Way one, honestly, like, it's probably the exact same. If anything, my forehead on the Born This Way foundation side is more oily. I have creased more on the Born This Way side. I've got a little tiny smile line and little teeny tiny frown lines, but my under eyes have not creased. Okay, so this is really close and personal. I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of a close-up. I'm hoping you can see. So I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera, there is a bit of a difference. Honestly, it's not the worst, it's just the undertone that is not the greatest. Whereas on this side, to me, and looking at in the mirror and everything, looks perfectly fine. The smile line is more noticeable on this side than it is this side. The melting on my nose, like I said, is completely fine on either side, which is great. And then the creasing under my eyes, there is none. And then creasing on my forehead, there is a tiny line around here that's more visible than it is on the peach side. So overall, do I think this is a good foundation? Yes, it actually is really good. In my opinion, I am gonna still go with the Too Faced Born This Way. I feel like it is a better fit for me, but personally, this is not a bad foundation. I'm not hating on it at all. So guys, that is my Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation and Primer up against the Too Faced Born This Way foundation review. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video so I know that I could probably review some more foundations and compare them to other ones as well that are in the same brand. Until next time, you guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye!